大家好，我是 Jimmy。
嗨，我是 Sai。
我们今天要来练下犬式。
多木卡许巴萨呢？
因为我们有发现，其实下犬式是瑜伽很重要的一个姿势，可以算是 Asana 的一个基础。但同时呢，我们发现很多同学有一些共同的问题。
对，像是在进入体式之后，可能手臂的力量没有启动，所以身体的重量会多数的压在手腕上，或者是因为两腿的后侧比较紧绷，所以就会导致拱背的情形出现。那我们待会会请 Jamie 来帮我们示范如何正确的进入体式，以及进入体式之后可以怎么样做一些变化的动作训练。
没错。那我们来一起练吧。现在呢，我会用英文来提示下犬式。So first we'll come to our hands and knees, finding a tabletop position. Our wrists are stacked under our shoulders, and our knees are stacked under our hips. The spine is relatively straight. We extend out through the crown of the head and back through the tailbone here, maintaining integrity through the core. As we push down into our hands, we notice that our hands are extended out wide, and we ground into the mat with our weight distributed evenly through the palm. So here we are in a tabletop position. We're going to move into our downward facing dog. To do so, we'll bend here at the ankles, pushing the toes down into the mat. We'll lift up and back through the hips, finding ourselves in our downward dog. So right away, as we come into our downward dog, there's a few things to notice. The first is that if you look at my wrist all the way to my hip, you'll find that it's a relatively straight line. So I'm not arcing up through the spine like this. My elbows are not bent, but instead they're straight. And you can find a long, straight line through my spine, extending all the way down into my hips. The second thing you'll notice is that my knees are slightly bent. This can help, especially if you feel like you don't have the flexibility to keep straight in the spine. So a lot of students, when they start out, they are more like this. And the biggest reason is because they think they have to have their legs straight to do downward facing dog. But actually, we would like to welcome you bending your knees, straightening through the spine, and finding that long, straight line through the back. So bending your knees is no problem at all. And also, we're still rooted down through the palm, distributed evenly throughout the hands. So now that we're in our down dog, we can maybe walk back and forth with the heels. And I find that this is a great way to open up into the back of the legs and also develop a little bit of flexibility here. As we're here, we can also play around with rooting down through the foot, lifting up with the opposite leg, and coming into single leg down dog. From this single leg down dog, if you want to play a little bit, you can bend at the knee, opening up a little bit into the quadricep. And just breathing here, aware of your breath as we move through the postures, having fun, and enjoying yourself as you move through the postures. So that's a little bit about downward facing dog. We think it's a very important pose to understand as a basis for your yoga practice. So thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you got a lot out of this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.